Hello explorers and welcome to another video. Today we're going to continue our Linux journey and we are going to compile Linux from scratch. And we're back. Now we are going to build the next tool, and the tool up in the alphabetic order is Zed. And I think you have heard of Zed before, because we have used it a lot in this video and the previous videos. So let's do a configure of Zed. Oh, we need to go into that directory. And this is a standard package, so it's just prefixed to tools. So we will put everything in there. We'll do a make and a make install. So this is a very simple package. We can run checks to see that it actually works as well. Not required, as we are just building a temporary system. We did the first compiler tests just to see that the main toolings are good. But for these smaller programs, I don't think that's necessary. So there we have Zed. Next up, we will compile tar. And tar we use all the time when we decompress our packages. So this is a very useful tooling. Let's unpack that, go into tar. So this is 0.3 SPU, so it's a little bit longer, still a very quick package. And we do prefix into the tooling directory again, and we do make and make install. So that's also a quick one. After we have run that one, we want to build TextInfo. So TextInfo is the next package, and the TextInfo package contains programs for reading, writing and converting info pages. So this is to create man pages perhaps. So it can take this text format and create our man pages later on, I believe. So let's see here, we are building tar still. Should be quite fast, so we should be done soon here. There we built the manu package, there we go. So let's unpackage the TextInfo. Let's see, TextInfo. Go in there and we configure with the prefix again. So we are almost done with our temporary or our first built system. So the main tools of a Linux system we have built. And all these tools are required to build other packages in the system. Should be quite fast. So after this, we have only one package in our temporary build that we need, and that's the package for compressing and decompressing files with the last part of XZ. So we have seen a few of these packages during these videos where we compressed and they had XZ in the end, so they were not gzip or bzip, they were XZ packages. So this is the last compiler, or the last compressor that we need. And that's because there is a lot of different ways to compress and decompress files in a Linux environment. And we should support all of them in order to decompress all our packages later on when we need to build them. So again, tools, and we do a make, and we do a make install. So this is commands that we will run quite frequently. So and when we're done with that, we need to do a little bit of a setup to our environment so we can go into the real Linux environment. So we can build our LFS, our Linux from scratch environment. Now we have built all the temporary tooling. So now we need to do some stripping. The steps in this section are optional, but if LFS partitions is rather small, it's beneficial to learn that that unnecessary items can be removed. The executables and libraries built so far contain about 70 megs of unneeded debugging symbols. So we can remove things if we want to strip our environment down. I'm not going to do that. And next up, we need to change the ownership. So we will do co-own-r root. So we will give the user root and the group root all the privileges to the LFS tools directory. So now we have changed ownership for the tools directory. And now we can build the LFS system. So we will install the basic system software. First off, we need to create some directories in our LFS system. So if we go down here, we see that our LFS system doesn't have that many directories on our drive. So first off, we need to create a few directories that are very common in Linux environment. So we'll do that here, and they are counting on that we are standing anywhere in the Linux environment. So we will create a dev directory for devices. We will create a proc for process information. We'll create a system directory and the run directory. So why didn't it work? No, not make dir mcdir. So now we do we need sudo for that? Well, let's go to the LFS directory, and we can make those directories again. Make dir. I actually had a little bit of a crash, so I had to restart this build process here. So my privileges might be a bit off. So I've done a lot of things with root. So there we go. Now we need to make a node. So initial device nodes. And we need to make something with 600, and that should be in the LFS/dev, and this is the console script C51. And then we need to do M666, and this is the null. And it should be 1.3 there. So these are nodes that are required in the system when you are booting from the device nodes must be created on the hard disk so that they are available before udevd has been started, and additionally when the Linux is started with init bin bash. Create devices by running the following command. So we need to have these before the system is actually booting up. Then we want to mount and populate the dev directory. That we do with mount-v bind. So we will bind our current dev directory to the LFS dev directory. So now we have bound that there. We want to mount vt dev pts dev pts. So now mounting the remaining virtual kernel file systems, and this should be mounted to lfs-dev-pts with the options of group ID 5 and mode equals to 620. There we go. And then we want to mount the proc system. So this should be mounted into the LFS/proc. So we mount that file system. We want to mount the sysfs system. That should be into the LFS sys. And last we want to mount the tempfs, temporary file system, into LFS/run. So now we have mounted all the file systems here. When we typed before gid5, so this is the group ID 5 that is later on the TTY group, and mode 620. This is for readable and writable for the user and writable for the group. In some host system, dev SCM is a symbolic link to run SCM. Okay, mounted above. So in this case, only the directory needs to be created. Okay. So let's see if dev SCM. Okay. So they actually want us to run if -h LFS/dev/SHM, then do what you should make here. pv LFS dash read link LFS dash dev dash SCM, and then we stop with phi. So that's something that we need to run. So now we have the package management. The package management is often requested addition to the LFS book. A package manager allows tracking on the installation of files, making it easy to remove and upgrade packages, as well as binary and library files. Okay, so they will not recommend any packages or upgrades or anything like that. So we don't install any package manager in this current guide. So if we want to simply this package management does not need any extra package management install. Okay, so if we want to install a package manager, we can do that now. So read that at your leisure if you want to install a package manager. Now we're just looking at creating a Linux from scratch system, and now we will enter our system. So we will run a command called chroot, and we will use the LFS system. That's the root that we want to enter, and we will use tools/bin/env-i. So we'll add something to our environment variables. Home should be /root. And we need to do some more things. We want term to be equal to, and it didn't actually do it because I didn't type out everything that was required. So term, we want to add ps1 to LFS chroot. So this is how our command prompt will look. So we want the user, and we want the current path, and then we want to end with a $sign and a space. And then we want to add the path, and the path should be bin usr bin, and we want sbin, and we want usr sbin. So these are all the places that we want to find files in. and tools bin. Those are the places where we want to look for binaries, and then we want to run tools bin bash login plus h. So now we have I have no name. Okay, so now we are in our system as this. Note that bash prompt will say I have no name. This is normal because password file is not been created yet. And I will split this video up in multiple videos, but I think that this series is gonna give you something, and I hope that you will learn something from this series, that you will understand Linux a little bit better. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any comments about this specific video, then leave them in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that, and I really hope to see you in the next video.